Hello everyone, my name is Dmitry Gritsenko, and in this video I want to show you one interesting theoretical draw in a London system, and maybe you will use this idea in your own games for white and maybe for black. So at first, London system is opening after d4, knight f6 or even d5. This is not so important for white because second move for white is bishop f4. So bishop f4, London system, and now of course black has many great moves like d5, like in my own game, and also g6, e6, c5, and even maybe b6. But d5 I think one of the best way to continue this game, and then after e3 also many moves for black, bishop f5, e6, c5. I enjoy move c5, and then after c3 knight c6 and knight d2. Also of course many opportunities for black, but I like move e6. So now bishop on f8 protects pawn on c5, and then of course I want to develop my bishop to d6 and castle king size. So let me show you one of the main plan for black. So knight gf3, then bishop goes to d6, bishop g3, castle for black, bishop d3, and then queen e7. I like this move so much because my next idea is e5. So when black drew castle, I can do e5, and of course black has good game in this position. So that's why knight e5 is the most popular move in this position for white. Let me show you database on the chess. So knight e5, this is the most popular move. And after this move, of course, I want to exchange this knight, and that's why I do knight d7 move. And of course now main threat for black, this is knight e5, and also of course white has some opportunities like knight c6, knight d7, even f4 also possible. Protect this knight, but knight d7, one of the best way, queen d7, and at this position of course white can simply do castle, and next for example queen e7, and many opportunities. Let me show you database. You can see bishop g3, e5, h6 also possible. So this is equal position, but of course I think that one of the most interesting move in this position, this is move bishop d6, and after queen d6 also of course castle is possible, but d takes c5 now, queen takes c5, and also of course white can simply castle, and also equal position. Evaluation is 0.0 by Stockfish, but very interesting sacrifice, but only a great draw. This is bishop h7 for white. Of course black must take this bishop, and let me show you for example database. So bishop h7, of course that's the most popular move, more than 700 games in this position, and most of them of course it will be a draw. So bishop h7, king h7, queen h5 check. Only one move for black now is king g8, and then a knight e4. And in this position of course we cannot capture this knight because of queen c5, so we lose our queen. Also queen c4 with the idea of queen d3 is not possible for us, because after knight g5 and queen d3, a very important move for white is e4. Now we cannot protect h7 pawn, and this is a winning position for white because we must sacrifice our queen, and of course white will win in the future in this game. One extra queen for bishop and for knight for white. That's why after knight g4 only one way to continue in this game. This is g6 move, and after g6 white plays queen g5, and then also I cannot take this knight because of pin on 5th rank, so queen e7, and then knight f6 check, king g7, knight h5, king h7, and we can see this is repetition for black and for white, and this is a draw. Let me show you some more moves, and this is draw. And also let's go back, let's go for example to this move, to move knight f6, and let me show you database in this moment, and we can see more than 400 games, and of course most of them this is a draw, because this is a repetition in this position for white and for black. So interesting idea for white and for black too, and I played 2 games in this position. Of course it was a draw, but of course I think this is a normal result for black if we play against London system. So I hope that you enjoy this interesting idea. Goodbye, and see you next time in my future videos.